The snozberries taste like snozberries.
If a snozberry is like deep fried in anything and that's the flavor, I'm down, Willy Wonka. I'm down with your bad self. I was going through all these social sites this morning before, like, Twitter and whatever, and then reading some articles and whatever. There's always, it seems like once a week, somebody's writing a fucking article about things that you shouldn't eat and things you should eat. And in the things that you should eat are usually like, they're like basic things, but then there's like these high-end dollar additions that you'd be like, oh, you should eat a salad that's topped with Wagyu beef. Like, nope, not gonna do that. Um, but like with the things that you should avoid, they're pretty fucking basic. Like, don't eat a whole fucking pizza by yourself. Well, fuck. Okay, now you tell me. I could do that. There's some good pizza out there. Even if it's something like Domino's, I can hammer that, especially if they have the dips of the liquid garlic. Oh my God. Or even just the marinara sauce. I could do that. Destroy it. I will destroy it. By the way, little secret, okay? This is your chef's kiss. You're welcome. Instead of getting marinara on your sauce, try getting garlic sauce on there instead. Fucking delicious. I'm sure some of you have. It's delicious. Or even do barbecue sauce. Oh, so good. So good. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to give you guys some of my tips on food don'ts to stay healthy. So my first one, 5-pound cheeseburgers. Don't eat those, especially if they're drenched in liquid cheese, deep fried, and topped with sriracha. Sriracha's delicious. All the other things, bad. I hate when I'm on social media and somebody are like, hey, they're making this burger. And you're like, oh, that looks good. They got, maybe they're just really doing it right. They got some patties, maybe some brisket, some bacon, a little bit of like a slice of cheese in there. You're like, that's it. That's good. It's perfection. Good. And then they're like, no, no, we're not done yet. And then they get this ladle of liquid cheese and fucking ruin the burger by dousing it in there. Like, why? Who's going to eat that? I don't want to eat my burger like that. I don't want to eat it with a knife and fork. And that's just too much cheese. Too much cheese. So don't do that. Veggie tacos. I know what you're thinking. Scott, sounds like you're going down a good track, not a bad track with food. Wait a moment. Don't eat veggie tacos if they're filled with ice cream and chocolate syrup and sprinkled with bacon bits. I got to be honest, probably will be bad for you. All that, ice cream and chocolate and whatever. But it sounds kind of delicious. You know what? Fuck the tacos. I want to eat ice cream with chocolate syrup and bacon bits. That sounds amazing. Have you guys ate that before? I feel like that's a thing. I just haven't tried it yet. I see this all the time. Foods you shouldn't eat, though. Okay? But it is trendy on TikTok and whatnot. A fish tank filled with like French fries or tater tots, and then you dip each one in mayonnaise or ketchup. That's going to make you die. I'm just saying, not a doctor. But if you did that for real, because I know those are bullshit, but some dummy's going to go out there and try and be like, hey, it's not a TikTok, so it's real. It's not, dummy. It's not. But if you tried that, you will die. Not good. And finally, the one that I know is going to break your heart so much. Don't eat this because it will fuck you up. Deep fried balls of lard. Don't do it. I know it sounds tempting. Sounds so delicious. Like, ooh, I could imagine the lard just dripping down my throat. No. Bad idea. Anyway, speaking of a bad idea, hey, how's it going? How you doing? Good. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and click on the like button as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you remember, I don't know why I keep saying make sure. Make sure your ears are working and your eyeballs are in your head. All right. Today's show is presented to you by BetOnline. In fact, BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting in 2025. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-time bettor, BetOnline is your ultimate game day companion with the largest selection of odds on everything from the NBA, college basketball, to NHL and UFC. BetOnline continues to be your number one sports betting source. From every three-pointer to hat trick, BetOnline has you covered with odds, stats, and more for every game, every play, and every win. It's BetOnline. The game starts here. No more snozberry talk, okay? Let's jump into some headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
We were talking about food, though, and I put this out on Twitter just before the show because I have a huge question, and I'm questioning Domino's Pizza's marketing team because I feel like they probably spent way too much money on this. Way too much money on this. What am I talking about? Domino's is launching pepperoni-inspired perfume for Valentine's Day. What? I've never dated a woman or been single and wished as I walked by a woman that I was attracted to that if I smelled, I would smell pepperoni. I don't want that. No. I enjoy the smell of pepperoni pizza and other, varieties of food, but I don't want my significant other to smell like that. That's ridiculous. So I posted that. The best reply is from Melissa, who says, "No, I don't want my significant other to smell like any type of food." Dr. Crusher says that sounds like a Tinder tagline for Indian dudes. What? That's fucked up. You're racist. unless I'm taking it wrong, but that's what it seems like to me when you say that. Here's what's wild. They're doing this, and then I'm reading the article, and they're like, click here to get yours. I'm like, oh, sweet, here we go. Let these fingers dance, because Daddy wants to see how much it costs. Who knows? Who knows? Mama might like her the smell of pepperoni. No, I click on the link, and it says you have to be a resident of the United Kingdom or Ireland. You know why? You know why? I thought about this for like a day because I saw this yesterday. The reason why? They must know, Domino's, that if this was open to the people in the southern part of the United States of America, the servers at Domino's IT would melt like their beautiful cheese on their delicious pizza. That's what they know. They'd be like, honey, my dreams come true. You gonna smell like pepperoni tonight. Oh, fuck you, you sick son of a bitch. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's sexy. I want to smell like a pepperoni pizza. That's weird. It's so weird. There's no food out there that I could think of that would make me want to be around somebody, like especially a significant other. Like I like the smell of sauteing onions when you go into a restaurant or if you're cooking at home or something like that. I love that smell. I don't want my wife to smell like that. I don't want my kids to smell like that. I don't want to smell like that. When I worked in restaurants, that I would come home and my wife would immediately be like, take off your clothes, throw them in the washer, hop in the shower because you fucking stink. And it's gross. Like, even like when I worked at Subway, it was just like the smell of the bread, the food, and then dishes and stuff like that. It just was a bad combo. It doesn't smell good. And it's like, I don't like, I think about smelling like a sub sandwich. That's what, like, when guys start going through puberty, some guys smell like a nasty, left out in the sun hoagie sandwich, and that grosses me out. I swear that's a smell. I swear to God, I'm not just making that up. I have smelled that before. I'm like, what the fuck? Who left their lunch out? Oh, it's me. Sorry, guys. I haven't showered in a day. Look at that. Why would you want to smell like pepperoni? Okay? Even burgers. I remember there was a guy I used to work with. He came in. He sits next to me after he had lunch. I'm like, dude, did you eat a fucking cheeseburger for lunch? Yeah. How could you tell? Because he smelled like a greasy ass cheeseburger. It was disgusting. If you closed your eyes, you would swear that he was just like rubbing the cheeseburger, the greasy burger, all over his body. Ugh, gross. So disgusting. Ugh. Is there a food that you think that would be an attractive smell for a significant other to be wearing? The only thing I can think of is, like, say, chocolate and champagne type of thing. Maybe that. Maybe. But that's not going to fill my tummy. I got to be honest. That's not going to make me go, God, I'm fucking hungry. I need some champagne and chocolate. That'll satisfy my hunger. No. But I also don't want to be like, you smell like a steak and eggs, or Philly cheesesteak. Oh yeah. No. God, so fucking bizarre. But there's going to be people out there that they're going to wear it, not as a joke, but because it makes them feel good. And I guess in a way, if it makes you feel good, that's great. Just be courteous with it. You don't want to be the guy that puts on too much cologne, especially if it's a cologne that is just like, do you work at a pizza shop? Whoa. I didn't know you worked at a fucking pizza shop. I don't. I have Domino's pepperoni perfume. Delicious. That's weird. Bizarre.
I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson, bitch.
What the fuck, Neil? God, man. Seriously. Oh, wait, never mind. Sorry. I thought you were just derailing the show, Neil. You do that sometimes. You're just wanting me to get to the science shit part of the show. Right. A bus-sized asteroid is approaching Earth today. That's according to NASA. Great. Cool. It's not going to hit us. If it was going to hit us and cause significant damage, what are you going to do? Not much you can do about it, especially if they're like, hey, by the way, it's coming. Nothing you can do about it other than go hug people. That's it. I'm still the believer in, if there's an asteroid coming to Earth and it's going to cause devastation, like massive destruction of human population and whatever else, I don't want to know about it. We should be kind and loving to each other all the time. We shouldn't have to get the heads up and be like, hey guys, FYI, we're all going to die in like 2 days. Might want to start being nice. Fuck. And if you're just a dick, you don't want that kind of pressure. You don't. Be like, I don't know how to be nice. I'm just an asshole, right? God, didn't you ever be nice to people? Huh? Didn't you ever be nice to people?
I didn't do fucking shit.
Classic this guy. Always an asshole. I bring that story up also because I think it's interesting that, again, we are so, instead of just saying the actual length of the asteroid, they're like, it's the size of a bus. Oh, buses are big. Yay. Not a Geo Metro, but a bus. Okay. Okay. So I'm like, wait. So I Google how big are buses? And they range from like 30 to 45 feet. Something like that, depending. And I'm like, oh, wow, wait. So let's go back to the article. Let's see, like, how big is it actually? How big is the asteroid? Read through the article. It's 28 feet. So just under the size of a bus, the smallest bus. So I'm like, oh, that's weird. They could have just said it's 56 hot dogs long. Okay. Not foot longs. These are like the 6-inch hot dogs. Okay. That they could have done that. That's a lot of awe factor. Oh, one bus? How about 56 hot dogs? 56 hot dogs coming towards your face. How about that? Sounds like your mother's house. Okay, Connery. Fuck you. Fuck you, Connery. You could also say for our weed smokers out there, 73 weed pipes long. Okay? And they're like, oh my God, look, it's so big. It's like a big nugget of weed, man. Yeah. Or 40 to 63 cocks long. Okay? It just depends on the weather on that one. Okay. Don't try to correct my math when you're saying it's 28 feet long and he's saying 56 hot dogs. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Because guess what? I did those very quickly, that math very quickly. I did put in some effort. I did. My wife's all, what are you doing? I'm trying to figure out how many cocks are 28 feet. I'm busy. Leave me alone. God. Daddy's hard working. He is a hard worker. Speaking of anatomy, in a maybe not. Actually, no. No. Tar balls washed tar balls washed ashore on Florida beaches recently, which is weird because we as a species keep this planet so clean and tidy. I just, who knew? It's not like we've had a bunch of oil spills in the Gulf of America. Not like we've had that happen. Okay, yeah, we have. Or in other oceans. Wait, Exxon. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, we've done a lot of dropping oil where it doesn't belong in the oceans. And guess what? That stuff's going to happen. I'm not a scientist, guys, but I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say that's probably why. Honey, there's big black balls in front of me on the beach. Oh, that's just my buddy Teddy. Say hi, Teddy. Oh, Teddy, you're over here. Oh, never mind. Come on. Come on. Yeah, that's gross, but what do you guys expect? I mean, if you look at how currents work, and I don't know how they work officially, but I've seen graphics on television, okay, and on the interwebs. They're all over the place. Shit goes from here to there, blah blah blah. It's not a surprise. We fucking they had like some massive oil leak in the Gulf not too long ago. Guess what's right near there? Florida. Yeah. How about that? Why am I talking like this? It's pretty creepy. I almost sound like that creepy dude from Family Guy. Hi there. Can I touch you with my Oh, never. Why am I so dirty today? Jesus Christ. What's wrong with me? Wrong with me. Ugh. FIFA confirmed that Saudi Arabia is going to host the men's World Cup in 2034. Now, the Saudi ambassador said, at the moment, we do not allow alcohol. Plenty of fun can be had without alcohol. You know, you're talking about soccer, right? It's not 100% necessary. And if you want to drink after you leave, you're welcome to. But at the moment, we don't have alcohol. I joke about soccer not being entertaining. I can actually watch it and find the entertainment value. It's very impressive. The cardio and the trick shots that those guys can do is pretty cool. But anyway, to watch any sport that is low scoring, though, would be really hard if you're sober, especially if you're diehard, and especially if that's the way you're used to watching it with your buddies. And they're saying that at the moment we don't have alcohol. What does that mean? It means they're open to it. They're open to it as long as somebody financially helps them out. So there you go. Budweiser comes along, maybe Pabst Blue Ribbon comes along, and they're like, hey, we're going to give you a buttload of money, and I want you to sell our beer. Cool. There we go. That's how it works. That's how it's going to work. Jeez. No, everybody has a price. Everybody does. I remember at the radio station when we first got bought out by the company, they said we will not take endorsements from alcohol. Next thing you know, we were getting endorsements for alcohol, but we just had to approach them differently. That's a lot of money to put out to lose if you don't bring in alcohol. So like for this, I know they don't want to, but once somebody breaks it down, that's a lot of money that they're losing if they don't allow sales. So I imagine by 2034 they're going to be selling alcohol. I'd put money on it. It doesn't make sense not to. Let's jump into some sports.
Going deep, tight ends and long balls.
He starts to come and then he pulls out.
Oh, gross!
It's sports with the Huff.
Hockey. If you know anybody that plays hockey, they talk with a Canadian accent. Most likely, they do. I have a buddy that played in the NHL a little bit, and he grew up in California. He did. Guess what? He talks with like a slight Canadian accent. Oh, sorry about that. Hey, Scott, how's it going? Want to go get some French fries and a burger? All right. Oh, you're working? Oh, sorry about that. No, he doesn't sound like that. But you know what I'm saying? They do have that Canadian slang. So scientists are trying to figure out why hockey players all sound Canadian. I feel like that's a pretty simple question to answer. If I took you, let's say you speak with just a normal, traditional, Midwestern accent, and you go over to, say, Ireland for a month, 2 months, longer. I'm guessing by a month, you're going to be saying things with an Irish accent, just a little bit. Will the locals hear it? Probably not. But if you came and talked to somebody back here in the U.S., they'd be like, dude, you totally have an Irish accent now. Right? You know what I'm saying? My brother lives in Australia. He's lived there for quite some time. And him and his wife, born and raised in the United States. And they have 4 kids out there. They all have Australian accents, very noticeable Australian accents. But my brother, he has an Australian accent, but it's not as thick as everybody else. But when I talk to him, I can hear it. Locals, they don't hear that. He might, to them, they might pick up that he says something a little Aussie-like versus an American-like every now and then, but it's noticeable to everybody else. Like, say, in the U.S., you'd be like, oh, are you from Australia? Are you from Australia? Oh, my God. Oh, how's it going down there? I'm just joking. Look at me. I'm full of jokes. I don't think I think this is a joke that scientists are wasting somebody's money to go, let's figure out why hockey players all sound Canadian. Because that's the birthplace of fucking hockey. Everybody plays hockey in Canada. Coaches, trainers, a good chunk of the fucking players. Guess what? They're all fucking Canadian and they're all around everybody else. So guess what? That's just going to be picked up. Pretty fucking simple. Pretty fucking simple. I guess you could say the herd mentality. You're stuck in the middle of this new herd and they all are saying words certain ways. So you're going to pick up on it. Boom, there you go. Give me the fucking money. Give me the money. I don't fucking care how much you're paying the scientists. Give me half of it. There you go. Oh, it's a herd mentality. Okay. Sounds good to me. Scott, can you put that in writing? Sure. There you go. And all the paper says is, it's a fucking herd mentality. There you go. Ridiculous. Scientists, again, ripping off people right and left. You know who was ripping people off last night? But in a good way. Good for the Nuggets, bad for for Portland. It's Jamal Murray.
Obviously, I shot the ball well, but they're hunting for me to get the ball, and really rooting for me to go get it. And obviously, I've been here my whole career, so just seeing all the same faces and being in this in Denver, just making the most of the moment. And I've been here for 9 years, so like I said, it's just for me, it's just years of chemistry with those guys, and they know me, I know them, and tonight was just them looking out for me. So I know I shot the ball well, but I brought the ball up here just because I couldn't do without them, and that's why we're such a good team.
Yeah, congratulations, Jamal Murray, getting a career high 55 points. And I mean, the Nuggets won their last 8 games going into the All-Star break. They a well-deserved rest for the majority of their players, with the exception of Jokic, and I don't know if anybody else is, but that's it. Everybody else get some rest, get recovered, and then come back and continue rolling. But Jamal Murray, it's good to see somebody like him. A lot of people were wanting him booted off the team. Now, I think, yes, it's great he did this. I'm not saying do this every single night, but what I'm saying is, okay, you're capable of doing 55 points in a night. And Jokic was on the court as well. But essentially do it again. Say that a lot in sports. Yeah, you accomplished something. You did great. Well deserved. Do it again. I'm not saying you have to hit 50 plus every single night or even again the rest of the season. What I'm saying is play balls to the wall every single fucking night. Earn your goddamn paycheck. I don't watch the Nuggets enough to sit there and break down his game, what his goods and or his bads are. But the thing is that's great. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. If you guys want that fucking championship again, because you did it before, if you want it again, this is how you guys have to play. Take some pressure off of Jokic, who's double teamed non-fucking stop, and take control. He was feeling hot. So his team, what a great team. They knew Jamal was hot. Keep giving him the rock. And that's what happens. Fantastic. Fantastic. But keep doing it. Use this break to relax. And then when you're back, unleash hell. And let's see if the Nuggets can make it deep into the playoffs. Now, obviously, I was talking about Jamal, but he in his press conference was also talking about Joker and how beautiful his game is.
It's the adjustments. It's the adjustments. You guys do not understand the amount of coverages and the timing as well that he's facing. You know, I get blitzed, but I'll be aware of, you know, sometimes they might surprise me, whatever, but to be doubled every time you touch it and know where everybody else is going to be on the court, and nobody else is going to move. And we're going to move where he knows you're going to move. But for them, we don't really always know what the defense is going to do and see all 5 guys. I know he's 7 foot looking over the defense, but like the consistency and how well he handles double teams, I think that is super impressive and something I like to add to my game when I'm playing and being blitzed or whatever. Just taking my time, taking an extra dribble. Sometimes he takes a certain angle to find a better one. So I just love watching him play and watching him figure it out. And it's even better when we can both play and have a kind of game like I had today, and where you're not going to stop him. You know what I'm saying? So it's just fun to have a running mate like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's cool when a teammate is in awe of another teammate and they've been playing together for so long. That's cool to me. It just tells you the respect of the game that they have and for each other. And good for Jamal, good for Joker, who had his 25th triple-double of the season. That's insane. Insane. That's of the season. Dude is just so freaking crazy. So crazy. We're watching greatness with Joker. And if guys like Murray can continue bringing the heat, defenses aren't going to know what the fuck to do if that's the case. Well, you're going to double team Joker? Sure. He's still going to be able to put up a triple-double against you, by the way. But this guy's hot. Christian Braun's hot tonight. Or Jamal's hot tonight. Something like, or Aaron Gordon. Somebody's going to be hot. As long as guys are playing hot in adding to the equation, and it's not just Joker with miscellaneous guys, this team can go very far. If they can up their defensive game, this team will win the championship. So there's a lot of promise on the horizon for the Denver Nuggets this season. So we'll see what happens. But it's neat to see somebody like Jamal get a day where he's praised and he's held up and said he got a career high 55 points. That's nothing to sneeze at. That's big boy stuff. So good for him. That's awesome. So let's see if he can continue playing like that. And let's see if the Nuggets can continue to roll after they get back from the All-Star break. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining the show. Really appreciate it. And if you want to join the show, you can always do so by sending me an email to huffpodcast@gmail.com, or you can get me on socials at @DeHuffPodcast. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you could, please. By the way, yesterday I was talking about JR. He said it was -31 where he was at. I asked him, I was like, where are you? I found out. He's in fucking Montana. That's cold as balls up there. Holy shit. I don't know how you guys do that up there. Special breed, man. You go outside and immediately everything freezes. You have to be well covered up. I don't like that at all. That scares me. What if you're a sleepwalker? Somebody's going to have to strap you in bed every single night, because if you get up and you're like naked and you walk outside, your nuts are going to fall off. It's terrible. It's disgusting. Hey, listen, this is a PSA. If you live in Montana and you sleepwalk, you need to get like somebody that will strap you into bed every single night. Otherwise, your nuts will fall off. Just saying, you're welcome. The more you know. Big thanks to Bet Online. It's DeHuff Uncensored. You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful day. Let's continue to move forward. I'll talk to you next time.